The HP Omen 17 has the highest FPS scores. You can hit almost 400 FPS on Valorant with this laptop. It still falls slightly behind in some titles. In our tests, we got a peak average brightness of 317 nits compared to the advertised 300 nits, which is pretty good. The HP Omen 17 can get pretty loud under stress. You can easily hear the whirring and even some whistling when the laptop is being pushed to its limits. Coming to the temperatures, the laptop ran surprisingly cool. The center of the laptop was the hottest. What does 3 lakhs get you in the world of gaming laptops? The RTX 4080 HP Omen 17 decimates our previous best performing gaming laptop.
Fatality.
It may be weird to say this, but this 3 lakh laptop may actually be affordable.
What?
I'm Manish, and today we're looking at the 2023 variant of the HP Omen 17. This laptop combines the powerful processing of the 13th gen Intel Core i9-13900HX with the powerhouse RTX 4080 GPU to give us the most powerful gaming laptop we've tested to date. It's leagues ahead of gaming laptops we've tested just last year. Of course, this package doesn't come cheap with a premium price tag of Rs 3,03,501, but considering the specs on board, well, even gaming desktop users might be tempted by this one. So let's get started with the performance. The HP Omen 17 is the first laptop we've tested this year which features an RTX 4080. This is a powerful GPU with a TGP of 175 watts, which is the highest configuration that Nvidia allows. It's powerful enough to comfortably play the latest AAA games at Quad HD resolutions. Coming to real-world gaming performance, we tested the laptop across various games with a mix of popular and old titles, CPU-intensive games, GPU-intensive games, the works. Now, while the HP Omen 17 has the highest FPS scores in the majority of the titles, as you can see, you can hit almost 400 FPS on Valorant with this laptop, it still falls slightly behind in some titles like Gears 5 and GTA 5, which does come as a bit of a surprise. That said, do let us know in the comments if there are specific games that you would like us to run on this laptop or any gaming laptop we test in the future. While it's not the best laptop GPU Nvidia has to offer, it handily beats our previous best performing gaming laptop, the MSI Raider GE67XX, which features a 3080 Ti, in every synthetic gaming benchmark. Now, comparing the two laptops shows you just how much of a difference there is in scores when it comes to synthetic GPU benchmarks. We've used 3DMark's TimeSpy and Firestrike benchmarks to test DirectX 12 and 11 performance respectively, and Port Royal to test the DXR or ray tracing. Next, we come to the CPU. The 13th gen i9-13900HX, which is a bit of a mouthful, is the fastest laptop processor we've tested to date and comes with 16 efficiency cores at a max clock of 3.9 GHz and 8 performance cores at a max clock of 5.4 GHz. And that brings us to a grand total of 32 threads. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that it aces all of our CPU and productivity benchmarks. The HP Omen 17 scores the highest scores we've seen yet in a laptop in PCMark 10. The same applies to the Cinebench R23 and the Geekbench 6 benchmark with excellent single and multi-thread performance across the board. It knocks encryption and decryption out of the park as well, as can be seen in our WinRAR and 7-zip benchmarks with results nearly double those of our previous best gaming laptop. If that wasn't enough, the HP Omen 17 also features the fastest RAM we've tested to date in a gaming laptop. The quad-channel 32GB DDR5 RAM, clocked at 5600 MHz, scores the fastest read, write and copy speeds we've seen yet. Then we come to the storage. The HP Omen 17 comes with 1 TB of PCIe 4 NVMe SSD storage, and while it may not be the best storage we've tested or the fastest, it is still really fast on its own. You needn't worry about slow loading or boot times with these speeds. The laptop comes with 2 slots for storage and only one of them is used, so you can expand storage in the future as well. Next we come to emissions, the noise and the heat. The HP Omen 17 can get pretty loud under stress. You can easily hear the whirring and even some whistling when the laptop is being pushed to its limits, such as during stress tests. The sound does die down significantly when the laptop is idle, so there's that, but that's expected. Coming to the temperatures, the laptop ran surprisingly cool, averaging surface temps of around 29 degrees Celsius even under stress. The center of the laptop was the hottest at around 35 degrees. Clearly, the fans are doing their part, and the size of the laptop certainly helps with better airflow. You've got a combined cooling solution for the CPU and GPU with one extra cooling pipe for the GPU. The fans have metal blades and we've already seen how well they perform under stress. Air is sucked in from the bottom of the laptop and pushed out through the vents, though this is pretty standard in most laptops. If the name hasn't given it away yet, the HP Omen 17 features a massive 17.3-inch display with a Quad HD resolution. That's 2560 into 1440 pixels. Now, this is a matte IPS panel with a refresh rate of 240 Hz, and you should easily manage to actually get those frames from most of the games you play on this laptop. In our tests, we got a peak average brightness of 317 nits compared to the advertised 300 nits, which is pretty good. However, we got an sRGB coverage of 95.3%, which is a little less than the advertised 100%. That being said, we should point out that most high-end gaming laptop displays in this price range offer much brighter displays. Now, you'll obviously notice that this laptop is pretty big. Like we just mentioned, it's got a 17.3-inch display, so that obviously takes up a lot of space. No, you've got a metallic build with a mix of brushed and matte finishes, and we found the laptop to be fairly sturdy overall, with the hinges being the exception. There's a fair bit of flex and the lid tends to wobble. Now, the laptop's also pretty heavy at around 2.8 kg, which is to be expected with all that hardware on board. The HP Omen 17 features an optical mechanical keyboard with a standard TKL keyboard layout, meaning there's no numpad. Optical switches promise faster response times than traditional switches, giving you a leg up in those fast-paced competitive titles. You also have 6 macro keys on the left side of the keyboard, which could take some getting used to while you're typing, but other than that, you also get 4-zone RGB backlighting, full N-key rollover, and anti-ghosting. And you've also got a nice selection of I/O port offerings as well, with the left side of the laptop featuring a Gigabit Ethernet port, a USB A3.2 Gen 1 port, a mini display port, HDMI 2.1, Thunderbolt 4, an audio combo jack, and a storage card reader. The right side, on the other hand, features 2 USB A3.2 Gen 1 ports. So, with all of that said and done, that was our review of the 2023 variant of the HP Omen 17. Being the only high-end 40 series GPU laptop we've tested so far this year, it's got a leg up on the competition, and at Rs 3 lakhs, it's weirdly enough affordable for the specs on offer, making it an enticing choice even for desktop gamers looking for an upgrade. So, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be picking yourself up a brand new laptop or possibly upgrading your current gaming PC? Do let us know in the comments. And once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to us. Thanks for watching.